Atma, Paramaka Tayor Viveka Uchyata. Very beautifully the student asked the question. I hope you get it by heart. She asked this question, please tell me that what is that something? Konama bandha, what is bondage in life? Why is it so? Because the teacher triggered this question. When the student comes and almost helplessly places forth his case with those beautiful verses, I hope you remember. Durvara sansara davagni taptam dodhuyamanam duradrushtavateihi bhitam prapannam paripahi mrutyo saranyamagnyat yadaham na jane. So beautifully the student has put that question. O Lord, here I am, Durbara Sansara Davagni Taptam, roasted in the forest fire of samsara, continuously changing universe. Nothing is stable. Life is so unsteady. By the time I make one arrangement, thinking that shall be permanent, the time comes and pushes it little here and there. Everything goes into total disharmony again. Never have I found that absolute satisfaction, solace, where I can say, after this, I have nothing else to achieve in life. While chasing a dream, it looks very exciting. But once the dream is in my hand, craving begins again. It's a never-ending running after the mirage. Looks like there is water in the desert, but that doesn't drench the sand. That is how my life is. Literally chasing the mirage of life, one after another, mirage of pleasure, one after another, looking for security here and there. I have never been able to find the satisfaction. I am tired and exhausted in life. Bhitam prapannam, I am frightened. I surrender unto you. Why is it so? Because I don't know any other refuge. When thus the student has pleaded his case so vehemently with such sincerity, the teacher has given him immediate assurance. Ma vaishta vidwan, tavanastya paye, sansara sindho taranestupaye. Hey vidwan, hey learned one, by your discrimination, he has found out how unsteady life is. But don't worry. Ma vaishta, never worry. There is no danger for you. Upaya asti, there is a way. I shall tell you. Before you, many have crossed that path and reached the goal. You too shall see it for yourself. And He Paramatman, he addresses the student. He Paramatman, Hey immortal absolute existence reality that you are, Ajnana Yogad Bandha, because of the ignorance you seem to be bound. Naturally the student catches on. What is this bondage he is talking about? Ko nama bandha kathamesha agate. What is this bondage you are talking about? And how did it come in the first place? If I am Paramatma, absolute, all-pervasive, why did this bondage at all come in? If I am the immortal, why am I suffering mortality? If I am the happiness absolute, why am I suffering the limitations? Why there is so much restlessness in life? Kathamesa agata. And if it came, katham pratisthasya. How does it linger? How does it continue to exist? Katham vimoksha, and how to get out of it. That is the most important. I don't mind, I am in it, but I want to be out of it. Katham vimoksha. How do I get out of it? And you say, I am the Paramatma, absolute. Kasau Atma. What is this Atma? Who I am? What is this consciousness? What is this absolute? Ka Anatma. Kasau Anatma. What is that something which is the not self, which I am not? Tayor Viveka Uchatam. Please tell me, how to discriminate between the two. What is this I, what is not I? When thus the student asked, naturally the teacher is mightily thrilled by the brilliance of the student's perception, observation. And he goes on praising him. Dhanyosi krutakrutyosi. Indeed, you are a blessed one. That you have Brahmi bhavitum ichchasi, that you have decided to get out of the limitation and want to be limitless. Not many people look for this knowledge. Most people take it for granted. And again, still more unfortunate part of it is, there are societies, traditions, customs, where millions are steeped in ignorance and they don't even get a chance to listen that there is a possibility of liberation here and now. When you come to Kathopanishad, Bhagavad Gita, you shall see that. Sravanayopi bahuviryanna labhyah srunvantopi bahuviyamna viduhu. Amazing statements. Sravanayapi bahuviyorna labhyah. Hey Nachiketas, Yamara says, hey Nachiketas, this knowledge is not available even for listening to millions of people. Sravanayapi na labhya. And among those people, by chance, there are some people who get a chance because of tradition, custom, they listen to it. Na viduhu, they don't understand what it is. So that is the beauty of this. That there are billions of people who are deprived of this knowledge. They don't even know such a thing exists. Like this morning somebody brought a nice fruit. They call it achu in Sanskrit. And they are produced latest, now they are trying to produce some type of they call it noni, N-O-N-I, some type of a drugs out of it, some type of medicine, like a food supplement, which will make everything correct. That's what they claim. Doesn't matter whether he does it or not. That such a fruit exists, how many people know? That such a cure exists, how many people know? Any medicine for that matter, any medicine for that matter. That out of these simple leaves, fruits, barks, amazing medicinal quality exists, which like a magic can cure disease. Who knows about it? And the whole atmosphere is so vitiated by so-called, chemical type of medicine or chemical substance, that our mind is no more available for accepting a leaf. A leaf may do wonder, a fruit may do wonder, but we are no more open to this because so thoroughly brainwashed to believe that these type of things are of no use. Exactly same way also. In a society where everybody is gunning towards sensation of every kind, the sound, the touches, the taste, the smell, the sight, exotic sights, exotic destinations, sophisticated sound producing machines, sophisticated restaurants with fantastic taste. And more people millions of people are extroverted. How many people are ready even to believe that all that they look for in life lies within himself? The brain, the mind is no more available for listening to this. It's because the mind is so brainwashed. The person is so much brainwashed. The thoughts are so strong that the person is no more interested in this. Same thing also. All the time looking for security outside, job, money, things. How many people can ever believe that real security, real happiness, real freedom lies within himself? So therefore, when a student has thus approached the teacher and says, I want to get out of this sense of insecurity, this bondage, Please tell me how to be that. The teacher is absolutely thrilled and compliments the student. Dhanyosi, you are indeed a blessed one. Kritakrityosi, you have done all that is to be done. You want to become the Brahman, the Absolute. And remember, nobody can give it to you. You have to do it for yourself. A teacher is a facilitator. A teacher is a facilitator. Like any other subject. A music teacher, dance teacher, mathematics teacher, history teacher. They facilitate the learning, but the student must learn. Same thing also Brahma Vidya. About the knowledge of yourself, the teacher is a facilitator. He helps you to recognize the nature of your body, the nature of your mind, the nature of yourself. But ultimately, you must understand for yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to do it for you. He gives you a series of examples. If the load is on your head, somebody can help you to take it away. If it is in your head, you learn to fix it. Your hunger, you have to satisfy. You cannot send somebody else to have the food when you are hungry. When you are ignorant, you must have the knowledge. You cannot say, my teacher is enlightened. The person I met is absolutely awakened. It makes no difference. By following a wise man, following a tradition, you don't become wise. Owning the tradition, owning the teaching, you become wise. Are you getting that point, please? Just like there is a difference between worshipping a map and following a map. Are you getting that point? There is a map given to you, with the help of which you shall reach the treasure. The example that I gave you other day, that if you have, those of you have seen that Western movie, Makana's Gold, very old Western, very interesting. That person has got a parchment. In that there is a map with which you have to reach the gold mountain. Or today, the Spanish Armada gold is in the deep sea. Some people have found out and they have sketched the whole thing, and there is a map which will take you to a particular point in the ocean. Now, if you have got that map at your disposal, and without the map you cannot reach that Spanish gold, imagine how precious the map is. If the treasure is $1 billion, the map is $1 billion. Without the map you cannot find it. So, some people that keep the map on the table and worship it every day. When you worship it every day, what happens? The black soot from the lamp will go and cover the map slowly, and after some time you shall never see the map. You remain as the worshipper of the map. You never reach the treasure. Many people in tradition, they worship scripture books. Ramayana is worshipped, Gita is worshipped, Mahabharata is worshipped, Vedas or Vedavati Pratishtha, you worship the Vedas. It's like worshipping a document. The documents are not meant to be worshipped. The documents are meant to be followed. You follow the map and reach the treasure, not worship the map and remain poor. The teacher has to be understood, not worshipped. The teaching has to be followed. You must see it, not an entertainment. You must follow it. See it for yourself. So they are just, understand, facilitator. Simply by worshipping the teacher, simply by worshipping the scripture, nobody has got this knowledge. Like visiting a hospital, has anybody been cured? Visiting a hospital, are you cured? Taking the medicine, you are cured. By visiting a school, has anybody got a degree? By visiting a school, by visiting a college, you don't become PhD. By studying, you get that study, that idea within yourself. Then only you are cured. You every day visit the dining hall. Your hunger will go away. You are hungry, just visit the dining hall and come back. Visiting dining hall will facilitate your eating because in dining hall food is available. But there you must eat the food. Visiting the ashrams will not solve the problem. You must study. Therefore, the ashrams where there is no teaching. In our ashram, our is a bhajan ashram, where only we sing, we sing. Always we sing. Teaching? No. Bhajan. Our is dhyana ashram, meditation only. What is meditation? Everybody sit down quiet. Keep mauna. What is the teaching? Meditation on what? Simply closing the eyes, not meditation, all that we shall see. So teacher is a facilitator. And then the student himself must see it for himself. Therefore he says, as even when you are hungry, somebody cannot eat. Or the last one, Chandraswarupam Nijabodha Chakshusha Gyantabhyanyai Avagamyate Kim. You want to see the moon? Somebody says you, have you ever seen the beauty of a moonrise? No, I have never seen a moonrise. Hey, the moon is rising, Hey, go and see for myself. Huh? Will you send somebody to go and see the moonrise for you? Will you ask somebody else to see the sunrise for you? So beautiful. Same way, Vastu Swarupam Sphutavoda Chakhusha Sweneva Vidya Nadu Panditena. Vastu Swarupam Atma Vastu, who you are. You must see it by your own eye of wisdom. Sphutavoda Chakshusha. Clear eye of wisdom. You should have total insight unto yourself. Sweneva Vedya, you must know to yourself, not the Panditena, not the learned scholar. You see it for yourself. But most of the time you shall see people are deluded. Then my teacher is a wise man. I follow the teacher. You are devoted to a teacher. Understand? Being devoted to a teacher, being devoted to the scripture is a lovely first step. But don't stay there. Thereafter, learn what the teacher knows. Are you getting that? By being with a mathematics teacher, you don't be a mathematician. When you see what the mathematics teacher sees, you are a mathematician. Are you getting that? When you see what the physics teacher sees, you are a physicist. Just by sitting down with a physics teacher, you are not becoming a physicist. Same thing, by hanging around a wise person, you don't become wise. You have to understand what he sees for himself. Just by sitting in a car by the driver's side, will you learn driving? The mechanism you must know. You have to observe it for yourself. Therefore, Jnatabiranni, just like the moon is rising, you must see it for yourself. Same thing also, I'm so happy you have come for this knowledge. Now read. And what shall I do? What should we do? Read. Avidya kama karmadi pasabandham vimochitum kasyaknui yadvinatmanam kalpakoti shateirapi. Avidya kama karmadi pasabandham vimochitum kasyaknui yadvinatmanam kalpakoti shateirapi. Now he says, beautifully says, avidya kama karma adi pasabandham vimochitum bina atmanam ka shaknuyat. Bina atman, atmanam bina, without your own self. Who else can ever snap these noose, pasa? Whoever can destroy this bondage other than yourself? And what is that bondage? Avidya, kama, karma. In Sanskrit, these three words known as in technical terms, Hrudaya Granthi. Hrudaya Granthi means nut of the heart. K-N-O-T, nut of the heart. These are the three things which destroys the person. Avidya, Kama, Karma. Avidya means ignorance. Listen, avidya means ignorance. Ignorance about one's own self. Please see how it comes to manifestation in your life. Avidya first is ignorance of yourself. When you are not aware of yourself, you don't know who you are, that you are the happiness, you are the absolute. Now begins kama, desires. Why? Because you want to return to the source. You cannot remain bound, understand. No human individual can ever accept bondage because he is free. No human being can ever accept old age because you are ageless. No human individual can ever accept death because you are deathless. No human individual cannot accept any limitation because you are limitless. That is why it's a natural urge for every individual to look for absolute happiness. Are you getting that point? It's a natural urge. You don't have to teach a child, you must always be happy. You should look for comfort. Is it necessary to teach somebody? Everybody naturally goes for the happiness. Only human being? Even animals do it. Only animals? Even trees do it. You know, in equatorial forest, why the trees are so tall? They are looking for sunlight, competing with each other. So every tree becomes tall because in sunlight there is happiness, in darkness there is unhappiness. If you look at an animal running from one side to another side, why? Ask the dog, ask the little puchi, little insect in the gutter, going from one side, why are you going there? Because in that side there is nothing, I won't go there. There is no food there, the dog runs here. There is no hunting deer there, there is no deer to be hunted there, so the tiger goes looking for another side. Why are they on the move? For happiness. Every movement is for happiness sake. Can you believe that? Take that statement and think over it. Every movement in life is for happiness. Every movement. People go from village to village. They go away from country to country. They move from person to person. They change from job to job. They change from diet to diet. They change from traditions to traditions. Why? Because somewhere you want to find something after which you don't have to struggle. A cure you want to find. Like when people are, medical, when people who are in the medicine, think of it, people who are diseased, they look for some cure. Somewhere they look for some cure. You first try out all the possible medicine. First you go to allopathy, which is very popularly available today. Are you getting that? Very popularly available today. What is the solution for your disease? Medicine. What medicine? Allopathic medicine. Because that is so much bombarded. The media talks about it, the TV talks about it, the booklets talk about it, the internet talks about it. Everywhere they are bombarding with you that. So you have a disease, go to that hospital. Immediately. Nobody shall say, go to that Ayurveda. Go to that hospital. Nobody say there is yoga or an alternative medicine. Nobody will talk about it. Because it's a powerful propaganda machine. Everybody says, you must go about it. So you go there. First you go there because it's natural. And after you go there, it doesn't work. Then you say, homeopathy. Doesn't work. Ayurveda doesn't work. Some Siddha medicine doesn't work. So allopathy, homeopathy, all these things doesn't work. Sympathy. Go to some people. Can you do something for me? Okay, suppose that also doesn't work. Then you want divine intervention. And where should you go to divine intervention? Go to Vaidyaswaran Koil. In Tamil Nadu, there is one Vaidyaswaran Koil. Koili, that temple is meant for God, Ishvara, who is Vaidyaswara. He is the God of all doctors. Vaidya Ishvara. Or Vaidyascha Ishvarascha. He is the medicine, he is the doctor, he is the God. So everybody goes there. Now that also doesn't work. When Vaidyaswaran Koil doesn't work, then you say, these Hindu gods are no good. Okay, let us give one trial. Tirupati. Venkatachalapati, give him all gold, maybe he'll cure you. Go there. That also doesn't work. Then you say the Hindu gods no good. Go to Velangani church. You go there, try out there. That also doesn't work. Then you go to some Sufi saint Dargah. That also doesn't work. Then you become a communist. You don't believe in anything anymore. Listen carefully, friends. You don't believe in anything anymore. Why are you doing it? Because you are looking for a solution. Okay? Same thing on today's world also. Please think, friends. Today's world, we have been brainwashed to believe education in school, college shall solve all your problems. Everybody wants to be educated, nothing wrong. But what is wrong is that little corollary, the tailpiece that is attached to every such promise is, if you get educated and if you get a job, if you get money, all problems shall be solved. Nobody tells you the side effect of education. Are you getting that point, please? Thereby does not mean the scripture dismisses education. No, for God's sake, understand. Education has its place, but do not attribute so much of wonder, like a wonder drug, which will solve all your problems. If education has to solve all your problems, the one who has got PhD, FRCS, ABCDEF, from A to Z, all the letters after your name, then you shall be the all wonderful person. But you discover educated people have more trouble than the uneducated people. Naturally so. Why? Because educated person's mind is full of dreams and pictures. And what are you doing in life? You are always trying to match your thoughts with the world. Uneducated person doesn't have an elaborate map of the world in his head. Therefore, he doesn't want to match it. Whatever outside, he is happy with it. That is uneducated person. Are you getting that? Educated person means you have a special picture. This type of a house, this type of a car, this type of food, this type of man or woman, this type of children. And if it doesn't match, you are thoroughly disappointed, because they're thoroughly disappointed and destroyed. Why? Because it doesn't match. When the educated person becomes frustrated, like rich feeling poor, the person shall destroy the world, because you have the power. The rich man's greed can destroy everything. Poor man's poverty you can fulfill. Rich man's poverty you cannot fulfill. A child you can satisfy. A grown-up you cannot satisfy. Are you getting that? The child doesn't have dreams yet. Are you getting that? So educated person means so much of dreams. So the propaganda machine has worked over time, where everybody says education solves a problem. Why is it so? Don't blame it. There was a time when people are not educated. As a result, there is so much of ignorance, so much of poverty, so much of disease. They are living from hand to mouth, struggling hard to produce some foodstuff, could not fight against the vagaries of nature. Now there is a cyclone. Now there is a flood. Now there is a drought. Millions were wiped out. Cholera comes, disease comes, plague comes, everything is wiped out. Understand? Naturally, everybody wanted how to have more food, no disease. Because mankind was being wiped out, like one pestilence, like one plague. Cholera, smallpox, millions were being wiped out. So that time if you say, no, you are Brahman, you are absolute, hey, don't give me this. Brahman, immortal. I'm dying. What am I immortal you are talking about? Are you getting that point, please? So, everybody dismissed all these things. The first body must be taken care. They didn't understand. They don't have to say that. You don't need a science or scientist to tell that. You don't need a secular idea or secularist to talk about it. Even these, our tradition is so beautiful. It talks about it. Kalidasa writes those days, Sarira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. Sarira madhyam, adyam sariram. You must take care of your body first. Then only dharma sadhana. Can you believe that statement? Not now, thousands of years before. Sarira madhyam, your body you must take care first. To a dying person, you cannot give him a dream of immortality. To a starving person, you cannot give him a dream of fulfillment. Are you getting that point, please? But who has the time to listen to these things? Why is it so? Because in history, if you look at the history of mankind, certain sections, especially people from Europe, they started moving out into the, as they call, New World. Because before Middle Ages, there was not much connection between the different parts of the world. There was Silk Route, there are very much of the land route, but there was no sea voyage. So when the Europeans started this voyage, what they took with them? Their culture. Naturally, when an Indian goes somewhere, he will take Indian culture. When a Japanese comes there, he will take Japanese culture. An Australian comes, he will take Australian culture. European comes, he will take European culture. So from the heartland of Europe, when they started going around the world, they took their religion, their culture around the world. And what they thought? The rest of the world was uneducated. The rest of the world was uncivilized. Why? Because they were stuck in one place. They did not know. In many parts of the world, civilization flourished like nowhere else. That is why Marco Polo, when he came to China, came to India, passed through Tibet, the stories that is sent, the report that is sent, nobody in Italy ever believed it. They forced him to withdraw those statements because they didn't want, they could not believe that such civilizations could exist away from the Europe. Because that was the major obsession of the whole people all over the world, religion. So that person thought that that was the best country, nothing like Rome. So when they spread around the world, understand, when they started spreading around the world, they went to so many different places. They went over to so many different places. Imagine, they carried their culture. It was not a culture which was accommodative. It's not all-inclusive thinking. It is an exclusive thinking. Are you getting that, how the history progresses? It is an all-inclusive thinking, it's an exclusive thinking. My God, my thought, my philosophy, my approach. Either take this or be dead. Either this or not. If you are a non-believer, you are sacrificed. If you don't believe in that, you will be finished. And in time, they established empire. When they established empire, religion also was a part of it. The ruler, naturally, call it ruler, call it colonialist, call it aggressor, call it occupier of the lands of different countries, whatever language you use. Definitely you should not use the language ruler. You should only use the language occupier. Are you getting that point? The person came and occupied the land. They didn't rule. They looked for new land to colonize, to expand the empire. They took over. And after taking over, they had naturally those days aggressive time, barbarian, the time where the human beings were not that civilized or old, that unknown, that type of broad-minded as it is today, and especially culture which makes you absolutely exclusive. You shall have scant respect for anybody else or anything else. So they occupied the place. And what shall they teach you? What they have got. And in the empire, that is the teaching spread. What is the teaching? No happiness here, only in the hereafter. Are you getting that cultural influence? Along with it, you have got the propaganda machine. You have got the pressing, printing press. You have got the media. You have got the people working for it. Opening the school, college. The missionary, they took over the education. They changed the minds of the thousands of people because of the education. Are you getting that point? Because of the education, thousands of people were educated. And education, what is the type of knowledge they were given? Where the person became totally alienated from the all-inclusive tradition of its own. Even in spite of the best attempt, don't say to destroy Indian culture. No, maybe they didn't want to destroy it, but they want to perpetuate their culture. Even with their best attempt, still the culture sustains itself. Why? Because it is absolutely human, universal. There are many of those conquerors, call them colonialist rulers. There are many of those viceroys, administrators. They were fully converted to the culture of this culture and the tradition of this country. If you read the Warren Hastings and all those great viceroys of British viceroys, the Governor General said last post. And the viceroys, when they were coming, that royal representative to rule, they were amazed. And I think it is Warren Hastings who said, long after the British Empire sets, Gita Upanishad shall rule the world. They shall exist. Gita and Upanishad shall continue to exist. Because these are the timeless tradition. You know, is one of those viceroys. I don't know exact and specific. I'm just telling. I'm not a history lecturer. But if you observe the things, so this is the idea. Round the world it has gone. The local cultures were totally neglected. Now the time has come. Not to dismiss any culture, any thought, any idea, but to present in front of the whole world. These are the things available. Take the best. Are you getting that point? Are you not living that style today? Think, are you not living that style today? If you go to somebody's house, go to a rich person's house, any rich person's house, you shall see he is a global citizen. He has German car, maybe Japanese computer, Italian marble, Iranian carpet, Chinese silk, Indian embroideries, Indian paintings or food, Australian exotics, maybe Mongolian something, Russian caviar, French wine, Why? Why is it like that? Because today we are man of the world. Are you getting that point, please? The whole world is, now it is known to each one of us. So we are taking the best from wherever it is available. Now which is the best knowledge? Take physics, chemistry, mathematics, everything you must learn. But suddenly we discover education has not solved the problem, because education has a huge side effect in the individuality that you are. Education creates a huge side effect. Individuality, where you take yourself to be a professional. I'm PhD, I'm physicist, I'm mathematician, I'm managing director. And this side effect of the education, not many religions are capable of counteracting. So when the person has the problem of egoistic problem, ahankara problem, doesn't know who he is, and therefore he considers himself, I'm PhD, I'm educated, I'm rich and like this, he's having this problem. Naturally, many religions and many different types of schools of philosophy will come, and today especially neo religions, they come in and they say what? They gave him a new identity. You are the follower of this, follower of that, practitioner of this, practitioner of that. The solution is not giving the I another identity, but helping the I to know itself. Are you getting that point? Because the presence of the individuality is the problem. Are you getting that? Why the child has no problem? The child has no individuality. Why the animals have no conflict? No individuality. Why the same fellow who is such a rogue, such an arrogant fellow, in deep sleep state he has no problem? In deep sleep, individuality is asleep. Wakes up, the Rakshas wakes up. The scoundrel wakes up, the arrogant wakes up. Oh, you can't talk to him. So if the sleep does not solve the problem, you think by little bit suspending this ego by something you shall solve the problem? You cannot. You better know yourself. That is why Shankara says so beautiful. This avidya kama karmadi, because of the not knowing yourself, the desire comes. You want to return to yourself. Since you do not return to yourself, how do I go back to myself? I want to be happy. So your desire comes. I want this car, I want this house, I want this man, I want this woman. Once the desire comes, karma, action is inevitable. Are you getting that point? First it is your ignorance, because I am not happy with myself. Since I am happiness and I don't know I am the happiness, that emptiness comes in, and if nobody can accept the emptiness, now comes desires are the symptoms, ignorance is the disease. Are you getting that point? Desires are the symptoms, ignorance is the disease. And what are we trying to do today? Cure the symptoms, fulfill the desires. More desires fulfilled, more happy you are. That is what the people think. After some time you are tired of desiring and fulfilling desires. After some time you are tired of fulfilling your desires and tired of your possessions. And the fellow says, I want to give up everything. Then suddenly the religion will say, Kamana, desire is the enemy. Desire is enemy or desirer is enemy? Object is enemy? Or the one who is dreaming of the object is enemy? So you go to secular thing, they shall teach you how to dream and dream and dream and more dreams. Go to religion, he shall say, no dream, nothing doing, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Nobody takes care of the individual who is in trouble. Individuality. So when the karma, are you getting that? When the desire thus comes, The moment the thought comes up, karma, action is inevitable. Are you getting that? The moment you are stung by a desire, restlessness comes. Why are you restless? Because when thought comes, now you cannot keep quiet in one place. Your body has to move. It is, think of one thing. Your mommy is cooking some good food and the smell reaches you in the study table. You are in the house. Your mommy is cooking and the flavor of the curry and the flavor of the sweet reaches you on the table. And suddenly your mind is taken away from a history book to the laddu mommy is preparing. How long you sit down on the table? Only 1 minute. Hey, nice. I think mommy is making something nice. You go there. Why do you go? Why did you move? And did you know that you moved? A thought. A thought moves you from your table to your kitchen. A thought moves you from a country to country. A thought moves you from one planet to another planet. A thought moves you from one relationship to another relationship. A thought moves you from one conflict to another conflict. A thought moves you from misery to misery. Thought. Are you getting that? That is why thoughts must be understood. In fact, the thinker must be understood because the thought is used by the thinker, the I thought. So karma, can you expect? Can you escape? Ignorance, desire, avidya, kama, then the karma. And once you do the karma phala, the moment you do the action, you cannot escape the result of the action. Bound. This is the cycle you go through. Avidya, kama, karma phala. Avidya, kama, karma phala. Ignorance, therefore emptiness, therefore desire, therefore action, therefore result of action. And result of action is what? Hayyo. Your result of your action can have such impact, you know that? Result of an action. What action? You tell suppose you are desiring something, you don't get it, you are angry, and you express your anger. How many people it affects? How many people it affects? Depends who you are. If you are a king and you are angry, the whole kingdom is affected. You are a president, you are angry, the entire country is affected. If you are the head of the family, you are angry, the whole family is affected. Depends on the position you occupy. Are you getting that point, please? Of course, first one to be affected is you. Thereafter, others are helplessly affected, depending on your position. Are you getting that? Thus, the whole world goes into a mess. And how many such confused machines walking on this earth? Billions and billions and billions. So how peaceful the world will be? And you want to get out of it? Bina svena bina. Nakshaknuyat vinatmanam bimochitum. To get out of this bondage of ignorance, desire and action and result of the action, until you understand yourself, who you are, atmanam vinana saknuyat, nobody else can free you from this. Why? That there is ignorance is not a problem. I am ignorant is problem. Right or wrong? Come on, think. That is why when there is no individuality, you have no problem. Deep sleep. That is why, please understand, watch out this. So do you want, in the name of liberation, do you want your individuality to be suspended for a few minutes or to be understood forever? You want to suspend it? These are the methods. Shankara beautifully says. Read. Nasnane nana sankhye, nayoge nana sankhye karmana nona vidyaya brahmatmaikatva bodhe Moksha siddhyati nanyatha. Na yogena na sankhena. Na karmano no na vidyaya. Brahmatmaikatva bodhena. Moksha siddhyati nanyatha. Make a underline there. Na yogena, na sankhena, na karmana, na vidyaya, moksha siddhyati. Nobody is free, nobody becomes free because of the yoga, sankhya or karma of any kind. Meaning thereby, any such activity will not release you. Brahmatmakya bodha. Knowledge of Brahman, Atman. Oneness of the infinity with finite. Without that knowledge, nobody can be freed. Are you getting that point? Simple statement. Can you say infinity and finite? Can you say, Suppose you say, listen carefully. When I say the total you, hey, please come home. When I ask you, please come to my home. Shall I say, come home and don't forget your mouth? I've invited you for food. Come home, but don't forget your mouth, Is it necessary to invite you with your mouth? When you come, mouth comes. When infinity comes, can any finite stand apart? Infinity includes all finite. Separation has caused the bondage. Oneness religious. Are you getting that point, please? So this I, ignorant at this moment, suspending the I is not solving the problem. Suspending the I means suspending the problem for some time. That is why in your deep sleep state, you can suspend your problem 8 hours. Okay, now to solve this problem of the I, what the person has done? We have got so many, today as I told you, the neo-religions. What are they trying to do? Hug somebody, touch somebody, look at a wall and sit down for 10 days, dance with somebody. Look at my eyes and meditate. All these funny methods. Sing for half an hour, sing for 2 hours. What are they? Those are the moments when you are forgetting yourself for some time. Oh, when I was dancing, when I was singing, when you were there, so much of such a festival mood, everybody in a celebratory mood. It was absolutely beautiful. Nobody reminded me I am an idiot. Why? You are a religious place, So there every crook also behaves like a saint. Religious place, what happens? Oh, suppose somebody finished his food. And you take his plate and you say, oh, can I wash it for you? You think, oh my God, see how the people have no sense of individuality. The same fellow will go home, sit on the chair, put the leg on the table and watch the TV, will never help the wife. But in ashram, he helps everybody's, washes everybody's plate. The wife never gets up to give the coffee to the husband. But in ashram, he will give coffee to everybody. What type of silly attitude is that? So the person suspends himself. Are you getting that point? In all these moments, dance, music, singing, chanting, or some posture, you sit down for some time. Mass meditation, you feel very comfortable. In your deep sleep, the individuality is suspended hours. 10 to 6 you sleep. Do you get enlightened? Half an hour in a dance or a music, a singing or a festival, you think you become wise man? The person pretends. That is where in practice orientation, you shall see pretentious people. Because Having practiced for 1 year, nothing has happened to you, you will make a donkey of yourself. That is why people go to meditation camp or a meditation class. And then what is it? Ask him, 1 hour meditation. Tell me your experiences. And you have to tell them all experiences. I saw light, green light, I heard the music, I heard this. It becomes dangerous. Understand? Yes, these practices are beautiful. Very nice. Your puja, your chanting, your singing, your dancing, anything can be used to bring your mind to the stillness. Chittasya suddhaye karma. Remember, natu vastu palabdhaye. You can engage yourself in all these activities to counteract your attitude inside, to prepare a mind. And that time you must see yourself. Are you getting that? That is where comes the knowledge. Forgetting yourself for some time is not solving the problem. It is like anesthetizing a patient. The patient has a pain in the body. You anesthetize. If the fellow says, now I need not go to doctor, I am cured. Once the impact of anesthesia is over, the pain returns. That is why as long as I am singing, dancing, jumping, everything is fine. When you get out of the atmosphere, ashram was beautiful. My home, Swamiji, is a hell, you know. Huh? If you make your home a hell, where is the solace? When you find happiness in yourself, thereafter you go, anywhere you go, you carry your happiness with yourself. And that is the wisdom. Are you getting that point, please? So, na snanena, na sankhena, na yogena, na karmana no na vidya. By any number of information, any amount of philosophy, any amount of yoga, any amount of karma, whatever you do, these are all peripheral. Brahmaikya bodhena vina muktina siddhyati. What is to be touched is I and the identification of I with the Absolute. That is understanding who I am. That is where comes the self-knowledge, self-awareness. Brahmaikya bodhena vina. That is why I told you all the scriptures talk about only one thing. Ahamiti etat, omiti etat. Therefore, suddenly don't become say, Sankhya useless, yoga useless, karma useless, meditation useless. Ayyo, don't be a stupid person like that. Everything has its place. You can use music, use your dance, use your chanting, use your singing, use your so-called meditation or yoga. Everything you can use to bring your mind to a point. And that time you must understand yourself. It is like, take this example, it will make it clear. A person has a broken hand. You broke your hand in the morning and you go to a doctor. When you go to a doctor, suppose the doctor, instead of giving you an instant treatment, he asks you a question. How did you break? Why did you break? What happened? Now how do you feel like? You want to shoot him and go, isn't it? You are going through pain and he is talking nonsense. Why it broke, how it broke, you should not have broken. What rubbish, I have already broken. Don't ask me, I should not have broken. Huh? And which doctor you like? The doctor who immediately attends to it. That is why casualty. Immediately. Holds it up. Maybe gives you a painkiller. Maybe anesthetizes that area. Happa. Now your pain is gone for some time. Now, just because he anesthetized the place, suppose you say, oh doctor, bye-bye, thank you, I'm going now. The doctor also says, see, you are cured now, go. When you reach home, what happens? Anesthesia, the effect runs out, your pain begins and much more painful because you thought it is cured. When you thought it is paining, you can take it. When you thought it is cured, it is paining, it's much more pain. Okay? So what do you do? What the doctor should do? For immediate relief, he gives you the anesthesia. Once you are anesthetized, the body is resting, begins the operation. You operate this and fix the bone. Then ask him to go. It heals. Are you getting that point? A person comes to a teacher like this. Durbara sansara davagni taptam. Next line. Dodhu yamanam duradrushtavateihi bhitam prapannam paripahi mrityo saranyamanyat vadaham najane. The student is coming and pouring his heart out, wounded inside, suffering. And the teacher says, call the music. Everybody sing. Now the person sees this band of musicians and songs and dance and food. All religious music. Secular fellows gave you that movie songs. It did not solve your problem. You come now to religious songs. So for sometimes then your problem is solved. I forgot everything so nicely. I went to that ashram, I forgot everything. Then you think problem is solved, go, you went back home, then what happens? Again you face the music at home. What happened that time? The person gave you immediate anesthesia. A song, a dance, a little part or something, Right. Once he has done, after that what should be done? Analysis. The operation. Operation is Atmanatma Viveka. Who is this I which is suffering? In who being asleep, there is no problem. In who being awake, there is problem. What is this I? When you see that, Brahmaikya Bodha, then the problem is solved. Today, do you know why there are thousands of schools? Thousands of anesthetizing schools. Thousands of different schools because thousands of different anesthesia. One hugs, one smiles, one jumps, one sings, one is foodie, different types of food. In our ashram, we get only raw food. Nothing else. You fix your body, everything will be, your chakra will be all right. You fix your food, everything will be fine. I'm not telling you a joke, In our ashram, we look at between the eyebrows and we think of our Guru's munji. We think of our Guru's face and that solves the problem. Guru also has told, if you see my face between the eyebrows or in your heart, you are released. This is known as not brainwashing, this is known as brain dirting. It's not brain dirting, dirtying, not brain wash, it is brain dirt. Brain washing means you should be washed brain, your brain must be washed. The brain washing means, what it really means is brain dirty. Are you getting that point? So the person believes like that and is destroyed. So thousands of different schools. Because the practitioners themselves are taken to be the means is taken to be the end. The practices themselves are taken to be the holy. No. Sankhya, yoga, chanting, singing, dancing, philosophy, everything, beautiful, everything you can use. There is nothing you cannot use in self-knowledge. To bring your mind to yourself, everything you can do. But don't say that is the ultimate. Thereafter you must know about yourself. Like the 10th man is restless. To make him quiet, you can do anything. But he must know he is the 10th man. You must know you are the happiness. Therefore, it's a beautiful thing. So, Brahmaikmata vidina na siddhyati, anyatha na siddhyati, moksha siddhyati na anyatha. Never by others' sake, by no other means, you can get this awareness of yourself. Meaning, you recognize. If you say, no, when I sing, I am aware of ourselves. Okay. So, singing helped you to remove other thoughts. You recognize yourself that time as to who you are. Where the knower and the known are one and the same. That is why teaching tradition. It's not a cheating tradition. There are thousands of cheating traditions. One teaching tradition. Same thing everywhere. Okay? Very beautiful. Having told this, then he says, yes. Why is it so? Look. Why is it that other things, but Swamiji, the song gives me happiness, the dance gives me happiness, meditation also gives me relief, sitting down little, talking to somebody, hugging somebody, touching somebody, concentrating on mind this way, it gives me little relief. How can you say that is not the ultimate? Read. Beenaya rupa saundaryam tantri badana saushthavam prajaranjana matram tat na samrajyaya kalpate Veenaya rupa saundaryam tantri vadana saushthavam prajaranjana matram tat na samrajyaya kalpate. Beautiful. I tell you, this Vivekachudamani is fantastic. Are you enjoying it? Huh? Just see this, so beautiful. Beenaya rupa saundaryam tantri vadana saushthavam prajaranjana matram tat. Na samrajyaya kalpate. If you want to be a king, you want to be an emperor. Listen, you want to be an emperor, you want to be a king, a great king. Listen, a great king or a great emperor is one who keeps his subjects, the citizens, the subjects of the country, the kingdom, very happy. That is the job of the king. In his kingdom, everybody is comfortable, secured, no fear of crime, nothing. Very comfortable. But one who makes you comfortable is not a king. Are you getting that? The king can make you feel secured. But anybody making you feel secured, is he a king? What a logic he has given. Veenaya rupa saundaryam tantri vadana saushthavam. Veena. You take the musical instrument called veena. Veenayaha rupa, the beauty of the veena. Lovely. Tantri vadana saushthavam, the strings of the veena. Somebody plays it very nicely. And when somebody plays this veena very nicely, what does it do? Prajaranjana matram tat. It entertains listeners. Everybody is very happy. Oh, what a veena. What an instrument. What lovely music. Prajaranjana matram. It makes people pleased. But that doesn't make the veena player a king. A king can make people, keep people happy. But anybody making people happy is not a king. Are you getting that point, please? Same thing also. Little singing, hugging, dancing, jumping, chanting. finding security in the similar type of faith with 100 people talking the same language. All these things can give you relief, but that is not wisdom. Wisdom, the knowledge of yourself, gives you absolute relief. Are you getting the difference between the absolute relief and relative relief? Relative relief is when the music stops, your happiness goes. You don't no more practice that meditation, your happiness is gone forever. When I meditate, I am very happy. When I get out of it, I am miserable. That is where you see the dichotomy, the distance between people's lives and people's practice. When he is chanting, singing, he is melodious chanting. Look, a Tyagaraja was a devotee and he sang. A Meera was wise one and she sang. A Kabirdas was wise and he sang. By singing, you don't become wise. Are you getting that point? A wise man may sing, but by singing, you don't become wise. That is why you can see today's bhajan singers. Beautiful bhajan sandhya. After the bhajan is over, drinks, special non-vegetarian, absolute drinking party. Why? Bhajan is bhajan. They are using that bhajan as a profession. Are you getting that part? Professional singer. A Surdas can sing. Mirabai can sing. Purandradas can sing. Tyagaraja can sing. Singing did not make them wise. They were wise and they wrote music, sang music. By singing his song, you don't become Purandradas. Like Draupadi. Chanted a mantra. Maybe chanted something, helpless in his inner helplessness, chanted something. Thousands of saris start coming. Dushasana cannot disrobe her. The more she is pulling out the sari, the more saris are coming in. Now therefore, in order to open a sari shop, shall you sing the song that Draupadi sang? It is not what she sang, it is who sang. Shankara was so moved by the old lady's offering of a amalaga, a gooseberry, pickled gooseberry. The Shankara's heart was moved that this mother did not want to disappoint me to go back empty-handed from her house. One little gooseberry is brought and nothing else left out. I put her into such trouble. His heart moves and he sings Kanagadhara Stotram in the praise of Lakshmi to give her something. And there is a vrishti, rain of golden goose, a golden gooseberry. So, anybody wants to have some gold, sing that song, and that's what people do. You see Kanagadhara Stotram, you will get gold. Arey, who sang? Not what he sang. But today we have done that. It is like being childish, equating love with a gift. A person who loves you can give you a gift. I love you and give you this flower. But don't equate love with the flower. Because somebody can give you a flower and there is no love behind it. Diamonds are the symbols of love. That is how you cheat people. You give a diamond, but you love somebody else. You give a diamond to your wife, but you love somebody else. You give a golden watch to your husband, but you love somebody else. Am I telling the lies? Not that you don't give a diamond, to whomsoever you give a diamond, you love somebody. No, I am not telling that. Do not equate love with the gift. To whom you love, you may give a gift. But whom you give a gift, you need not love. Understand? Singing a song, you don't become a devotee. A devotee may sing. Just because you are singing, you give them a title, Bhajan Samrat, Bhakta, Samrat. What is Bhakta? Is a Bhajan Samrat? Okay. Bhajan Samrat means emperor of songs, bhajans. Bhajan Samrat, okay, who parties, who sings bhajans for making money and parties with the wine. No problem. Bhajan Samrat. Okay? Please understand. So just because somebody gives you a relief, that's because somebody gives you a relief, is not a guru. Just because something gives you a relief, that is not wisdom. Wisdom is yourself, guru is yourself. One who points out you as the ultimate source of happiness. Where you discover oneness with the guru and shishya. Chidananda rupa, na gurur naiva shishya, chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. No guru, no disciple, there is only one Shiva, absolute. How beautiful. What a tradition. You are not using this knowledge to create an empire. It's like poor Van Gogh, poor Rembrandt, poor all these Cézanne. In their lifetimes, they had never thought their paintings will cost $150 million, $200 million, $300 million. One cottage in Iran died. Many died of poverty, sheer penury. But now their paintings are, somebody else sells, somebody makes money, themselves died. Upanishadic knowledge is like that. It's absolutely rich in tradition. There is no greed of aggrandizement. Creating followers, demanding followers, Whereas somebody uses this knowledge, uses this chanting, singing, and you make million. You make people to sing the Upanishadic chanting. One who makes the cassette, who makes the money? The person takes the money. How much he gives toward the tradition? It's like you go to engineering college. The one who started the college with much difficulty. Maybe. He also makes money. And the people also go there, they also make money. How much you give towards the education itself? How many people help? We are in a fancy time, understand, friends. Anyway, please appreciate. So just because somebody plays the veena well and makes everybody happy, that does not make him a king. Same way. Just because a practice, an idea gives you a relief, that does not mean it is wisdom. Go to the source of the idea. People say, oh, this Swami, this man, great Swami or great sadhu, he gave a wonderful speech. Oh, he wonderful teaching. All right. So what was he? Oh, he's an ordinary graduate or postgraduate or studying like this. All right. So what made him this? Oh, he went to a teacher. He studied the Upanishad. Then what should you do? Go and study Upanishad. Go to the source. Go to the source book. Go to the source book. Understands, read it. The other books also, whatever the person writes or speaks, you can read it also. Nothing wrong. But go to the source. Today what is happening? Again, the original books are kept as collector's item. New Age books again, New Age books. The books that are written, do they reflect the wisdom? Very, very important. Because nowadays you can write some common sense stuff, very common sense stuff, like what to say after you say hello, you are okay, I am okay, you are good, I am good. How to be friend, how to win friends. How to win friends means what? How to be hypocritical. Never disagree. Whatever he says, yes. And after some time when the fellow finds out you really don't mean anything, he runs away. Today's, the so-called enlightening, New Age religious books are pure common sense books. Everybody knows, listen, is there any fool who doesn't know how to be friendly? But he can't be. Why? Is there anybody who says he should not be angry, he should not be upset, he should not be jealous? But how do you stop? So New Age books gives you a lot of common sense, but how? That comes from the Upanishadic studies. Not simply keeping quiet and don't be a wise person. No. You are simply keeping quiet, that time you are not wise. Is a mischief remaining potential. When you are keeping quiet, you are not a wise man. Mischief in a potential state. You open your mouth, garbage will come out. Because you are ignorant. That is why in Sanskrit there is a nice verse. Tavat sovate murkha yavat kinchit navasate. Tavat. That long murkha. The idiot will shine as long as nakinchit bhasate, yavat kinchit navasate. As long as he has not opened his mouth. Once he opens his mouth, you know he's a rascal, rogue. Doesn't know anything. That is why Mauni Baba is very effective. Mauni Baba, meaning never, Swamiji, he has never spoken throughout his life. So that is why you worship him, right? Because if he never opens his mouth, he cannot also tell that you are wrong. Then you are feeling very comfortable around him. The fellow who opens his mouth will point out your mistake. Hey, don't do that, stupid, get out. And the moment somebody points out your mistake, will you like to be around him? Ishvara. Okay, so Samrajyayana Kalpate. So a king can provide you the security or pleasure. Anybody giving you security or pleasure is not a king. Exactly, same way also read. Vagvaikhari Sabdanjari Shastra Vyakhyana Kaushalam Vaidushyam Vidusham Tadvat Bhuktaye Natu Muktaye Vagvaikhari Sabdanjari Shastra Vyakhyana Kaushalam Vaidushyam Vidusham Tadvat Bhuktaye Natu Muktaye. The last quarter, underline and remember. Bhuktaye Natu Muktaye. All these things you shall see. Vaihari Vak. Vaihari Vak means, oh boy, tremendous, well articulated speeches. Vaihari Vak. At the level of your speech, like sometimes oratorial brilliance. Brilliance oratory. Wonderful words, everything are used. And Sabdam Jhari. Cascading words. Like a, like a spring. Like a waterfall. As if the water is falling, cascading words. The person never misses a word. Sabdam Jhari. Shastra Vyakhyana Kaushala. The person can go on giving elaborate discourses on so many subjects. Vidusham Vaidushyam. This learnedness of the learned, this learning of the learned, bhuktaye natu muktaye. It is only for the pet ki vaste, what they call in Hindi, pet ki vaste. It is only for the sustenance, not for liberation. For liberation, you must see the meaning of the word. Don't repeat the word. That is why mantra, think of it, the Sanskrit word mantra, beautiful. Mantra means what? A hymn to be repeated? No. Mananat trayate iti mantra. Mananat trayate. By contemplating on which you are liberated, not by repeating which. Are you getting that? If you understand the meaning of it is liberated. Like, are you hungry? Yes. Rice will solve your problem. So what do you do? Rice, 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 rice. Right? If you repeat the word rice and rice, will it solve your, it will take away your hunger and make you more hungry. When you say rice will solve your problem, the word rice means something. Not the word rice. Gold will solve your problem. The word gold or what it stands for. Brahmatma Ikya. That will solve your problem. Simply you repeat Aham Brahmasmi, Soham, Soham. Some people will teach you that also. In breathing, Soham. In out breathing, Koham, Koham, Soham, Soham, Koham, Hamsa, Hamsa Upasana. Right? But do you understand what is Hamsa? No, I don't need to understand. I look at my breathing. Hamsa, ho, Soham, Hamsa, Soham. So what will happen? After a few days you will be nuts. Or you will be tired. Yes, Swamiji, I have been, one Guruji gave me a mantra, but it did not work. Why don't you tell that to Guruji? Why are you telling me? If you tell the Guruji, he shall give you further damnation. What is that? You are an idiot. You are not ready. Many people repeated and got it. Who are the people? People, sycophants. The people who never want to face the reality. They'll tell lies. That is why in this half-an-hour meditation course, where you pay money to park your body for half an hour, mind is untouched. You park your body in that place for half an hour, parking charge. Because the mind never changes. The same mind which had come, same mind goes back. Idiot. Nothing has changed. But body was parked for half an hour. So for the half an hour parking charge, you paid 100 rupees or 50 rupees, and then to sort of get your further commitment, the fellow will ask you. To make you a greater fool, they know how smart they are, they'll ask, experience. What was your experience in half an hour meditation? Oh, I saw blue light, reddish, greenish, oh, crisscrossing, Another person says, so nobody wants to fall behind. If somebody says green light, this fellow says, oh, I heard the tingling of the bell. I think Devi was coming this way. Another fellow says, no, I listened to the flute of Krishna. Krishna, blue boy of Vrindavan, played the flute right in my ear. Now what do? A mullah should be there. One day, mullah was, he's a very practical fellow, One day, mullah had some few visitors, friends, 3 visitors. And by the time the dinner is over, mullah's wife is making some nice halwa. Nice halwa. Beautiful halwa. You know halwa? Very nice, sweet. And it was fragrant with all the saffron and the dry fruits and figs and khajur, dates and all that. Oh boy, it was absolutely glorious. As the lady was preparing, all the guests were already disturbed. But mullah had a tilangam. Say, but already food is over, so you can't have this. Tomorrow only we shall have. But okay, having come to his house, how can they say no? Then he said, when shall you have it? He said, tomorrow we'll have it. But one thing, there is a condition. Condition applies. Tomorrow we'll have it, but there is a condition. Condition is, morning when you get up, we will compare our dreams. Whoever has the best dream, he will have the halwa. Others will have a little, but he will have the major portion of the halwa. Okay. So everybody somehow managed to sleep. And they got up early morning, 5 o'clock, everybody's up. And first thing they did is they went and washed their teeth and all that and came back and said, "So Mullah, where is the halwa? Where is the halwa?" Mullah said, "Tell your dreams. Tell your dreams." Yes, one fellow said, "Last night I had a dream. I went to the heavens in the presence of the Allah, the Almighty. And that luminous presence, oh. Now who can make it better? The second fellow comes and says, I also went to Allah's presence. This one only in the presence, only in his presence, no. So he said, what he told me, welcome. Oh, I was killed. The third fellow said, can you make it better than heaven and Allah? After that there is nothing, no. So he said, I also Allah. And Allah said, come to my presence near the luminous light. This fellow heard the distance, the one fellow saw, another heard the voice, another asked to come near the luminous light. So naturally that fellow is more precious. So three fellows finished the story. They are waiting for Mullah's verdict. But then all the three, but Mullah, what about your dream? He said, yes, last night I too had a dream. And same thing, can you make it better than heaven and Allah? I went to heavens, Allah said, Mullah, get up now and eat that halwa. So I got up and finished the halwa. Understand? That much for the comparative meditation experiential talks. Each fellow will be telling the other fellow, I saw red light, green light, yellow light, fancy light, no light. And parking the car, you have paid 100, parking your body for half an hour, you have paid the money also. If you don't say something, you will be nuts. So the fellow, the meditation teacher, laughs to the bank. Laughingly he goes to the bank because he gets money from everybody, whether you had your experience or not, but he has his mullah. Please. Just by repeating a word, you won't get it. Therefore don't say words are useless. No. Words are not useless. Somebody who initiates you to that word is useless. When somebody initiates you to the word, must give you the meaning of it. You must see the meaning of it. As you repeat, you understand what it stands for. Sometimes you can begin with a repetition also, mindless repetition, nothing wrong. But ultimately, the meaning must be given to you. Or else, Vagvaikari Shabdam Jari. You are familiar with all words like a professor, a learned person. All words, you are very, very comfortable with words. Heavy discourse. But life is full of anger, hatred, jealousy, manipulation, comparison, contrast, arrogance. So unfortunate. It doesn't work. Therefore, why is it so? Because please understand, Shankara so beautifully balances it. Therefore, does it mean words are useless? He says, no. Words have their use, but don't hold on to it. Why? Read. Avijñāte pare tattve Sastrādhītistu nishphala Vijñāte pipare tattve Sastrādhītistu nishphala Avijñāte pare tattve Shastradhītistu nishphala Vijñāte pipare tattve Shastradhītistu nishphala. The whole verse you remember. Underline that. The entire verse. Now the first one, the last one is bhuktaye na tu muktaye. If you go on speaking, that is why more people make meditation Bhuktaye na tu muktaye, for their own prosperity and not for liberation, either for themselves or for others. Somebody gives a discourse, paid discourse, 100 rupees per talk. Bhuktaye na tu muktaye. Shastra is moksha shastra. Understand? Shastra is moksha shastra. It provides you freedom, helps you discover the absolute that you are. Moksha shastra. Don't use it for bhukti, for your sustenance, luxury, prosperity. Luxury comes with it. Prosperity can come with it. You are happy with yourself. You teach. Maybe a king is happy, satisfied with you. It is, oh, it's so great. Take 100 million cows. Take this. Do that more for everybody. What can you do about it? But you don't work for money. Understand? It's such a lovely tradition, friends. Think, okay, why is it so? Because simply just because you are speaking the scripture, Vaikhari Vak, brilliant oratory, cascading words, it's not going to solve the problem. Why? Because avigyate paretatve shastradhiti tu nishphala. Shastra adhiti. The study of the scripture, nishphala, fruitless, meaningless. Avigyate paretatve. If the supreme truth remains unknown, even after studying, the study is fruitless, meaningless. Oh. Then I should not study? No, you can study. But when you understand the truth, Vigyatepi pare tattve, avigyate tattve, when the truth is unknown, the study of the scripture is meaningless. If the truth is known, the study of the words meaningless. Why? You see the beauty, the brilliance of it? If you understand the meaning of the words, one word you understood. After that, what? I know myself. After that, what? What should you study? Nothing. Relative subjects you can continue to study in your life. Understand? Are you getting that? Relative knowledge is never ending. Nobody is the last word on physics. Nobody is the last word in chemistry. Nobody is the last word in mathematics. That is why don't be proud in relative knowledge. In absolute knowledge, you can't be proud. In relative knowledge, don't be proud. Why? Because nobody is the last word. The best is always yet to come. What we have discovered today is nothing. There may be so many life-saving drugs will come. Now they are discovering, yesterday there was a report for the breast cancer. Now they don't have to treat it. They now know how to make the cancerous cells sleep. So no operation, no cure. The breast cancer, the cancerous cells, they will put them into permanent sleep. In the same condition, it will be there until you die. How nice. Just think of the possibilities. It may not. Are you getting that point, please? Relative knowledge, never ending. Our generation, we see people have gone to moon. Now only the spacecrafts are traveling to another planet or another star. Maybe after 50 years, they will travel. Now, 2010, they are going to take with a rocket-like passenger plane 40 to 50 miles high above the earth. So where you can see the, not only curvature, the earth from the space. What a beautiful sight it will be. Like an ordinary plane, it will take off, take you there and bring you back. Space tourism. After some time we may land in moon. Who knows? Like this summer, where are you going? Traveling, thinking of moon. Like people ask, no, what is your summer plan? Maybe a little Mars. Titan, in Saturn's the satellites, in Titan there is an ocean underground. They have found out now. Liquid water underground. Maybe after thousands of years or million years, everything will cool down. Maybe the water will come up. By the time Earth might have been useless, and the entire Earth people may migrate to Titan, near Saturn. And no more than that astrology, Saturn will be bad because Saturn is your God. Relative knowledge, are you getting that? Relative knowledge is never ending, ever expanding. Therefore, don't be proud. And in absolute knowledge, don't be proud. Why? What is your big deal? What you know is about other person. Who you are is everybody else is. What is so special about me? I know who you are. I know who I am, and I also know who you are. And who you are is who you are is who is me. So, what is that to be proud? Only difference is I know, you don't know. So, when you get a chance, you too will know. So, what's the problem? So, why should you be proud? So, Vijñādevi Paraitatve Sahasradhiti Nisala. If you know the truth, the study of the scripture is useless. Meaning, study of the words are useless. Gathering words is useless. If you don't understand, it is useless. That is why simply Suddhanandaji, simply repeating the words, impressing other people with your words is meant for your survival, not for liberation. Therefore, he wants the student, watch out. Whatever I teach you about yourself, you better understand what it is. Okay? Vijñādevi Paraitatve. Why is it so? We shall see it in the afternoon. It's a wonderful word. That's why I don't want to finish it. It's only 4 minutes, so we'll see in the afternoon. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Sabdajalam maharanyam chitta brahmana karanam atah prayatnat jnatavyam tattvajñais tattvamatmanah. Okay, let me just see it. It doesn't matter, 5 minutes. Just see that. It's beautiful. When you explain these things so beautifully, and Shankara writes so beautifully, and says that you must get this knowledge of the Absolute, Atma Gyan, know about yourself, who you are. Nobody should really be feeling affected. Why? After all, I am not telling that you should know about God, or you should know about somebody else, but I am telling you, you must know about yourself. Suppose I promote somebody, are you getting that point? If I promote somebody, you should resist. Are you getting that? I promote India, other countries are useless. I promote South Africa, other countries are useless. I promote America or Asia or Far East, Australia, other people will be useless. Suppose I promote, listen carefully, if I promote yoga, Sankhya people will be angry. If I promote Sankhya, karma people will be angry. If I promote karma, meditation people will be angry. I promote meditation, other people are angry. I promote this religion, other religions are angry. I promote this God, other God's follower will be angry. I am not promoting any of these things. I am promoting you. Yourself. You are promoting something which is other than yourself. You are promoting a practice. You are promoting a religion. You are promoting a God. You are promoting an idea. But I am not promoting any of these things. I am promoting yourself. If the Shastra says, you must know yourself, Atmaikya Bodha, Brahmatmaikya Vijnanam. You must know yourself. Why should you be angry with me? Why should you get angry with me? Because you are brain dirtied, not brainwashed. You are because you are brainwashed. That what? Your God is more important than you. Your beliefs are more important than you. You forget. Beliefs are meant for you. You are not meant for a belief. Are you getting that point, please? First, you are there. Because of your belief you exist, or because you exist, therefore there is a belief. So why should anybody have a fight with this? Nobody can have a fight. Because I'm telling you, you must understand yourself. I'm not telling you anything else. How beautiful. But because this person is understanding yourself, so Atmaikya Vijnana, this teaching, this learning is the very, very important. Suddenly, a person who is practice-oriented, he shall say, oh, look. So, every meditation is useless, chanting is useless, singing is useless, dancing is useless, hugging is useless. Everything is useless, only Brahma-jnana, Atma-jnana, self-knowledge. That is the only thing beautiful. So they will try to destroy you. Before they destroy you, you already withdraw yourself. You already destroy yourself. See, look at Shankara, how beautifully he says. Hey, when I say these words are important, you must understand yourself. You better watch out. Even these words, Brahma, Atma, these are mere words. Sabdajalam Maharanyam, Chitta Brahmana Karanam. If you pick up simple words, and that is what the criticism against Vedanta, for most of the people who do not know Vedanta is, these are all mere words. When something gives you direct experience, you hug somebody, touch somebody, teach somebody, breathe somebody, breathe something that gives you direct experience. These are only words. They don't understand anything. Vedanta is not a series of words. That is why teacher himself now dismisses. Don't make it a bunch of words. A word is not the thing. A name, nama, is not the nami. A name is not the object. So don't be too familiar with the words and lose the meaning. That is why unless you are very, very careful, Sabdajala Maharanyam, Sabdajala. This network, understand, network of words. Maharanyam, it's a huge forest. Chitta Brahmana Karanam, where the mind can lose itself. If you do not understand every word, you can lose yourself in the jungle of words. So when the teacher himself is cautioning against his teaching, do you need other people to caution him? The so-called practices, those people will not caution. What will they say? Oh, this you will do, you will get it. Hold your nose, this will happen. Breathe like this. Or hug like this, or sing like this, or dance like this. Everything will be fine. Really, these are all physical practices. You must understand the mechanism of your mind, mechanism of your thought. Understand the I thought, who you are. And even when the scripture says pinpoints that I must understand myself, there also this teacher is very careful. Hey, be extremely careful about usage of the words and understanding of the words. Why? Or else it is a sabdajala. It is like a noose, like a net. As even the birds are caught in the net, you can be caught in the web of words. That is why you can see many times so-called Vedantins, people who teach Vedanta, they become so arrogant. Dismiss everything mindlessly. Shankara is so beautiful. Khandana, mandana. Khandana means dismiss it. Mandana means give its place. Words will not solve the problem, but learn to use the words. Hey, do you know pole vault? Pole vault, you know? That pole you take and you cross that height. 15 feet, 20 feet height. That fellow, the big man in Russia, Sergei Bubka. I don't know how I remember his name. He's a wonderful man. 20, 21 feet, he was the world record holder. I don't know what the latest. He takes that one and boom, gives a thrust and whoosh, it goes. Crosses the thing. Now, suppose he wants to cross it. Suppose he thinks while crossing the barrier, this big pole helps me to take there. How can I leave it behind? Let me take the pole with me. Can he cross? Cannot. Since you cannot cross with the pole, don't use the pole. Can you jump? You cannot cross with the pole. You cannot cross without the pole. Use it, drop it. You cannot cross if you hold on to the words. If you cannot cross, if you don't use the words, learn to use the words and drop it. Reading that. Or else, you shall be lost in the wave of words. And that is why you see many so-called Vedantins. Because of the information, the person becomes so arrogant, you can't talk to them. Because always in a dismissive zone. Total dismissive mode. Useless, useless, useless. Don't do that. Somebody is like a doctor. You come to a doctor and tell him what medicine he should prescribe. The real doctor, he sympathizes with you. He doesn't show his, yes, I know what you have told is right. But okay, that's all right. You take another medicine. Like that. A person who has done certain practices in life, he has been benefited. Don't say he has not benefited. It has helped him to survive so long. Right or wrong? So don't dismiss his experience right away. Okay, you have done it, fine, don't worry. But come on, this is the source, this is the root of the problem. Understand yourself. So Sabdajala, it is Maha-aranyam, like a huge forest, you can lose yourself. Also, next dimension is, if you understand the truth, Sabdajala Maharanyam, these words are like a huge forest. Enjoy reveling in that. In a forest you can lose yourself. In a forest you can have a wonderful time. If you know how to use the words, words are beautiful. You don't know how to use the words, you are stuck. So, words are good or bad? Depends on you, how you are introduced to it. That is why this teaching is so profound, so beautiful. So, use the word and drop the word. Understand it, then continue to use the word to communicate. You start with the words, go beyond it. Use the words to communicate. Knowing thoroughly well, the word is not the truth, yet you continue to use the words. Okay? More of it we shall see in the afternoon. Please read.